Learn it, live it, lead it. Love, a mark of a disciple. Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Gary, and this is your Shepherd's Leadership Tip of the Day. Love, a mark of a disciple. Well, how do we learn it? Our key scripture is John chapter 13, 34 and 35. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, even as I have loved you, that you also may love one another. By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you have love one for another. The primary terms for love in the Old Testament are ahab and hesed. Ahab typically indicates desire, delight in, breathe after. When describing husband-wife relationship, the word may have sexual connotations. However, it is used to describe the following: parent-child relationships in Genesis 22, verse 2. In-law relationships in Ruth chapter 4, verse 15. A servant's love for his master, Exodus chapter 21 and verse 5. The affection between the closest of friends, 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 26. God's love for us, Exodus 20, verse 6, and Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 13. Well, how do we live it? Well, consider these insights. The spiritual life can be boiled down to one word: love. There are 613 Mosaic laws, 365 do nots, 248 do's. Listen to the words of Christ in Mark chapter 12, verse 30 and 31. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. Loving God and loving people are a package deal. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20 states, if someone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For the one who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. And this commandment we have from him, that the one who loves God should love his brother also. Love is more than an action than an emotion. In 1 John chapter 3, verse 18, little children, let us not love with word or with tongue, but in deed and in truth. Well, how do we lead it? Well, look at this grid chart layout here for us in two columns. The first column is things the Bible calls us to love, and then the second column, things the Bible warns us not to love. So let's look at the first column, things the Bible calls us to love. We're to love our neighbor, Leviticus 19:18. The Lord our God, Deuteronomy chapter 6, 5 and 10, chapter 10, verse 12. God's salvation, Psalm 18, 1 and 2. Justice, Psalm 99 and 4. The name of God, Psalm 119, 132. All God's people, Ephesians 1:15. Now that is not a list in its entirety, but it captures the essence of what the Bible calls us to love. But you look at the comparison column, things the Bible warns us not to love. First of all, violence. We're not to love violence, Psalm 11:5. We're not to be simple-minded, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. A transgression, we're not to transgress, Proverbs chapter 17, verse 19. Approval of others rather than God, John chapter 12:43. This present world we're not to love, 2 Timothy 4:10. We're not to love evil, Amos 5:15. Learn it, live it, lead it. When? Right now.